During the summer of 1984, Francis planned an adventurous day of hiking in the mountains. As he turns around halfway through his journey, he notices the sun beginning to set. He quickens his pace to reach his car before dark. Despite his efforts, he finds himself enveloped in the night far from his destination. Worse, he doesn't recognize the path he took earlier and continues walking, yet he remains lost. Soon, he realizes his predicament. He will have to spend the night alone in the mountains. After a few long minutes of walking, he stumbles upon an old wooden hut. Lost in the middle of nowhere, he knocks on the door but no one answers. He then decides to go home and finds in the middle of this small square picote a bed for one person. In itself tells himself that he can use the bed and that if the owner comes back in the night, he will explain to him why he allowed himself to settle there. He lies down and tries to fall asleep, but the sounds of the forest and the loneliness prevent him from falling asleep. Easily stays. He looks around and sees that there are several paintings on the walls of the hut, and they all depict pretty scary faces of people with forced, almost inhuman smiles. All these faces seem to look at him with their chilling smile, and Francois finally decides to close his eyes and stop focusing on them to manage to fall asleep. The next morning, Francois wakes up in the hut and realizes with horror when he opens his eyes that there are no paintings on the walls. They were actually windows.